All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 147-pound division where the mainstream media is now confirming information that has been out in the streets for the last couple weeks, and that is that the great fight we've been all looking for, Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford, may be done. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we are going to be in the 147-pound division where we may be approaching a hallelujah moment in boxing, which could actually change a lot of narratives running around in the sport. And that is the news that Errol Spence Jr. versus Terence Crawford is likely set for June 17th in Las Vegas. Before I get into the details, though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter, as usual, thank you guys so much for your continued support. It really, really does mean a lot. Can't tell you how much I appreciate it. And thank you to everybody that supports and the super thanks of videos like that and sponsoring the channel, because this is how we're able to continue to do it. We're like the public broadcasting system. It's the public, and that's how it gets paid for. No corporate sponsorships, and not paid for or bought by any promoter or anything like that. But let's get to it, because look, man, Ring Magazine, day late, dollar short to the party, is reporting the same thing that has been getting reported for the last several weeks, which is that the Errol Spence Jr. versus Terence Crawford fight is done, and that they are targeting June 17th for that fight to take place on a pay-per-view in Las Vegas. Now, according to the the Bible of Boxing, Ring Magazine, sources. The Errol Spence Jr. Crawford fight appears to be set for June 17th in Vegas. They also tagged Terence Crawford, Errol Spence, Premier Boxing, and everybody else. And as I live go to Errol Spence Jr.'s channel, because we are going to check it, because if it wasn't, he would have something shooting it down. He doesn't say anything to shoot it down as of yet. So this, although it came out today, has not been shot down by Errol Spence, which he had done on other occasions where Mike Coppinger had said this and he yawned at it and said it wasn't the case. In this particular instance, it seems as if he is at least silent on it. Now, is this anything new? No, because Lefty, who, if you go to a website, if you go to a YouTube page called Chicken Talk, I think it's Chicken TAWK, connected. Chicken Talk spelled TAWK on YouTube. You will see that he put this out at least a week ago. However, when I looked at his page on Twitter, he still seemed to be like, you're getting this from Ring Magazine, so, you know, who knows whether it is true or not. And I'm going to tell you why in this particular instance. Ring Magazine may not necessarily be the most trustworthy in the world. And that is because there's no real relationship between Ring Magazine and the PBC. Unless, of course, they're getting it from Terence Crawford's camp, right? So, you know, who knows with that? It's not as if, you know, these guys are infallible, but the original person that put this out is still saying, yeah, this thing is not done yet, right? Now, also, when will we know for sure if it is done? We will know for sure when it is done if, according to Ring Magazine, during the Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia fight, that is when they're supposed to make an announcement, according to these guys' sources. Cannot speak on whether that is going to happen or whether that's not going to happen. But let's just assume for a second that it is going to happen. This is absolutely wonderful news. Obviously, Terence Crawford is feeling more comfortable about it, whatever the offer is, whatever took place in it. Errol Spence Jr., I know for sure, because of his actions, because of his words, wants the fight, does not want to fight Keith Thurman. Also, there's other things going on that would lead people to believe that this thing, very well could be done. And I'll tell you what it is. First, Keith Thurman's fight has not been finalized. Keith Thurman, Errol Spence Jr.'s fight has not been finalized. They have not said anything about it. But more importantly, the fight between Terence Crawford and Alexis Rocha has not made any movement whatsoever. Terence Crawford was ordered to fight Alexis Rocha by the WBO, or they were supposed to have a purse bid. And this purse bid, I do believe, is supposed to have taken place maybe a week ago, right? But nobody's made any statements about it. Also, a good sign for it is the fact that nobody's making any statements about any of this stuff, which is, the situation you get when people are working to make fights and get fights done, but they're not saying anything in public about it, right? For my part, I reached out to some people on a completely unrelated issue. Right? On a completely unrelated issue. And these are people that will absolutely positively know what's going on. 100% would know what's going on. But I reached out to them and I didn't get a response on an unrelated issue. And I think the reason is because they really do not want to talk about it. They want to make sure that they get it done. And there's nothing, there's nothing out there that is going to allow people to, really mess stuff up. Also, there's another issue, maybe why the PBC and the guys may want to keep it hush for a little while, is that they don't want it to interfere with the conversations and the lead in and the press associated with the big fight that is most certainly taking place, which is the Ryan Garcia fight with Gervonta Tank Davis. That's going to be taking place on Showtime /DAZN on April 22nd. So they may not want to be stealing any type of thunder like that. But it is what it is. It's not done. It's not done until the fat lady sings, right? So I could crack a great joke on that one, but I won't do it. I'm going to stay consistent and not be petty. But let's suffice it to say, when I hear certain people officially announce it and say it is done, then we will know that it's done. If you hear it from Errol Spence Jr.'s camp or you hear it from Terence Crawford's camp, then it is what it is. But there's all kind of signs that point to this fight taking place, which is absolutely terrific news for boxing. And if you look at it, in the grand scheme of things, it really would not have been that long a wait. Now, for people that pay attention to boxing on a day-to-day, minute-by-minute basis, that's a lot of minutes. That's a lot of days, right? But if you look at it, it could have wound up being, since Errol Spence Jr. of last April, it'd be like a year, it'd be like 18 months that you waited for it, for an undisputed fight, because Errol Spence had to get the WBA Super Championship first. So, but anyway, at the end of the day, man, very, very glad. At least there's a chance that it'll happen. Hopefully it won't turn around, fall apart last minute or whatever, but it is what it is. At least you know what's going on. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.